para masagot namin yung medical legal report na nisubmit ng PNP signed by Dr. Palmero of the Crime Laboratory of the PNP. So, ito yung importanteng dokumento ito. Iwan ko kung meron kayong kopya, but I have a copy and duplicate original copy. Ang title nito, Medical Legal Report. Tapos yung date, January 11, 2021. Examined by Joseph Palmero, MD. Okay. Unang-una, baka maalaala nyo pa, January 8, dinala yung bangkay ni Christine sa General Santos City via Philippine Airlines. Noong January 10, nilibing na si Christine doon sa General Santos City. Yung date of alleged examination, January 11. So, imposible naman siguro na makakonduct ng autopsy si Dr. Palmero of a body which is already in General Santos City while he is here in Manila. So, unang-una, and I wish Dr. Palmero was listening, that itong kanyang medical legal report is impersonating to be an autopsy when in truth and in fact, he never examined the body of the late Christine. You can quote me on that. Ang kanyang medical legal report impersonates an autopsy, when in truth and in fact, he never conducted an autopsy of the body. So as far as the family is concerned, sabihin nyo lang kung bumaba yung ano ko kasi minsan nalaragdag. And so far as the Dacera family is concerned, this medical legal report is not an autopsy report and is not worth reading or even considering. Why? Hindi naman siya naka-examine ng body. If you present this in court, inadmissible nga ito eh. Because he has no personal knowledge. Kung basahin mo yung in detail ang kanyang context ng report niya, nag-examine siya ng various specimens of alleged organs of the body taken from the body of Christine Daw. Remember, the family, the Dacera family, never gave any consent for specimens to be taken, never knew that there were specimens taken, so we do not know if these specimens are really part of the body organs of the late Christine. That is their official position. Hindi kami sigurado itong in-experiments ito kung talagang kay Christine ito. Pangalawa, tingnan nyo yung report ni Dr. Palmero, and I hope he's listening. Page 2, may nakalagay nga opinion. Opinion lang pala ito eh. Hindi naman ito examination. Kanyang opinion ito sa findings ni Dr. Sarmiento. So hindi na isasabi nga siya yung nag-autopsy. Kaya importante ito ma-clarify para for the benefit not only of the media but yung mga taong bayan nga nagkikinig are interested in this case. Dr. Palmero never conducted an autopsy. On January 11, the body had already been buried. There was nothing to examine. And the alleged specimens he is examining, walang knowledge itong pamilya, walang consent. We do not know where this came from. So, let us look at the contents. Medyo nakakatawa ngayon yung contents ng medical legal examination kasi this is the first time nakita ko yung medical legal examination, may narration of facts. Pinukwento dito yung nangyari sa City Garden Hotel. Hindi na yan bagay sa medical legal examination report. Pagkatapos pangalawa, yung last paragraph niya pa, ni-rule out niya daw homicide. Alam ba ni Dr. Palmero ano ang elements of homicide? Abogado pa si Dr. Palmero. So, very clearly, this medical legal report of Dr. Palmero should not be given any importance. What we want to go back to is the medical legal examination report of Dr. Sarmiento. Yung kay Dr. Sarmiento, meron siyang findings. Meron siyang findings of injuries sustained by Christine on the legs and on part of the arm. Ito. Sa kanyang report, examination of the private parts of Christine, he specified mayroon abrasion, mayroon endometriosis, parang swelling, fresh, hindi healed. So, para sa pamilya, Dacera, more than sufficient probable cause na ito that rape could have occurred. Why are they saying that? Alam mo, ito pinag-usapan rin namin, although I already agreed, ang pamilya Dacera agreed not to divulge yung nangyari sa meeting kahapon with the NBI. Pero ito ma-divulge ko dahil sa Republic Act ito, 8353. I pointed it out that yung rape is not committed only by force or intimidation. Rape does not need the presence of a semen or drugs, because under the law, it is very clear sa Section 2 of Republic Act 8353 266-A, rape can be committed by any person who under any of the circumstances mentioned shall commit an act of sexual assault by inserting the penis into another person's mouth or anal orifice, or ito, makinig kayo, any instrument or object into the genital, anal, or anal orifice of another person. In other words, nakalagay any person. It does not say man. Man says any person. That means pwedeng LGBT, pwedeng babae, will commit the crime of rape by inserting any object into the genitalia or part of the body and or in the anus. In addition, for the benefit of those na hindi abogado, the Supreme Court has also ruled that a mere insertion of a finger into the genitals of a woman constitutes rape under Republic Act 8353, whether or not there is semen or drugs. So, naniniwala ang Dacera family na there is more than sufficient probable cause to hold these respondents. Hindi naman sinasabi namin na guilty sila, pero sinasabi na namin that at this stage of preliminary investigation, may probable cause. Okay. Pero ang pinaka-importante, saka ito yung para sa akin, gusto ninyo malaman, kaya I consider this as breaking news. The Dacera family believes that there are findings in Dr. Sarmiento's report and maybe eventually to be confirmed by the NBI, depende kung anong resulta, which are inconsistent with facts. Kasi sinasabi doon sa reports na enlarged ang heart. Enlarged daw ang heart. 23 years old ito si Christine, flight attendant, nagbabiyahe sa Philippine Airlines, 30,000 feet above sea level, 4 times a day. Hindi maaari nga mayroon siyang enlarged heart. Otherwise, lumabas na yon sa medical examination ng Philippine Airlines. Meron kaming kopya dito ng kanyang medical examination sa PAL na pwede ninyong ipakopyahan. You can copy it because the PAL medical examination states heart normal, no hypertension. So, walang ebidensya na may enlarged heart. Paano mag-enlarged heart ng 23-year-old flight attendant traveling 30,000 feet above sea level 4 times a day? Hindi na niniwala ang pamilya nito, enlarged heart. May palagay namin, cover up na naman dito. So now, the Dacera family has decided to insist on a DNA examination of all these specimens mentioned by Dr. Palmero, of all the organs allegedly examined to be inside the body of Christine, so we can verify. The family believes there's no yung kalukuhan yung enlarged heart for a 23-year-old. At saka, diyan malaman natin kung talagang kay Christine ba yung specimens na in-examine, kay Christine ba yung organ, kay Christine ba yung enlarged heart, kay Christine ba yung aorta. So, with that, we will really be able to know kung tama ang analysis, ang findings ni Dr. Sarmiento, o kung tama man ang findings ng NBI, because we are interested only in finding the truth. Wala kaming personal dito sa mga respondents. We don't even know them. But we want to find out the truth. We want to get to the bottom of this. Mga identities sa room 2007, sino ba sila para masama namin sa kaso? Up to now, there is no one from room 2007 that is included in the case. Puro 2009 ito. Kaya humingi kami ulit ng unexpurgated, unedited, unspliced CCTV ng hotel 3 days before, 3 days after, para malaman natin sino talagang lumabas, pasok doon. So, our breaking news is this. The Dacera family demands a DNA test of all specimens of alleged organs of the late Christine, as well as, if we need to exhume the body, let's exhume the body so we can compare the DNA on her arms, on her legs, with the DNA of the alleged organs. Ganyan lang. We are open to any questions. You can ask also Sharon for any questions.
Question na diba sabi nyo kanina, gusto natin na balikan na lang yung Sarmiento na autopsy report. Yes. Pero sir, yung findings kasi dito sa kanuna rin, halos parehas din. Ang sinasabi is structured
Sandali, yung findings ni Dr. Palmero, hindi naman autopsy yun.
Hindi, kaya medical legal. Medical legal yung kay
Palmero is not a medical legal examination.
Okay. Kaya nga sir, kung ayaw nyo i-order yung kay Dr. Palmero, which is sabi mo yan, kung babalikan ulit natin sir sa autopsy report
Ni Sarmiento. Yes.
Ang sinasabi niya is structured aortic aneurysm yun between high. Then sir, kasi sinabi niyo sa sa highway niya, is ano nakalagay doon is hindi fresh deep field laceration.
No. Let's read it. Balikan natin. Do you have a copy?
Yan mismo.
Ito.
Yan mismo.
Wait. Ako na mo pasa.
Second page lang sir.
Why don't we read from the report itself? Okay?
Punta lang kayo sir, yan.
Genital examination. You can compare it with your copy. pubic hair, shave. Labia majora, presence of an abrasion, left side. Labia minora, the left side is endomatous. That means partly swollen. Hindi nakalagay doon na healed. Yung healed dito sa hymen. Hymen presence of deep healed, yun, healed. Pero yung abrasion sa itaas, at saka yung endomatous, not healed. That means fresh. So, yun ang aming punto. Kasi palaging sinasabi may mga haka-haka na walang rape. Tapos si haka-haka pa ni Dr. Palmero, walang homicide. Ito, more than sufficient basis. Binasa ko na sa inyo yung provision ng batas. More than sufficient basis for probable cause. Nasa preliminary investigation pa lang tayo. Hindi pa tayo nasa korte for establishing guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Only probable cause. Mayroon bang ebidensya sufficient to hold the suspects probably guilty of the crime committed? This is it. So, we contest whatever mga haka-haka na walang rape. At saka we contest the allegations that they have taken specimens. Walang alam yung pamilya, kunin lang yung specimen. Isa pa, baka narinig nyo yung interview ni Attorney Mike Santiago. Kasi Attorney Mike Santiago was trying to point out na hindi, nag-request na yung PNP for pathological analysis. Kaya pinadala yung parts of the body on January 4. Correct ba yun? Oh. On January 3, yung katawan ni Christine, January 3, nandala na sa St. Peter's by the family. So, ano ba yung saan siya kumuha ng specimens niya? So, itong mga tanong is best resolved by a DNA examination of the specimens, di ba? Gusto natin malaman katotohanan eh. Unfortunately, the NBI does not have forensics for DNA. Neither does the PNP. So we have to find an outlet. Ito may ginawa silang na-refer yata sa UP. Pero sabi ng NBI, parang UP hindi rin yung conclusive. Kung basahin mo yung report on the DNA, no conclusions can be reached. So, para ma-settle natin itong issue, kung ano talaga itong organs ito, Christine ba ito o ibang tao ito, I think that the best would be a DNA test. If we have to do it abroad, let's do it abroad para sigurado tayo na walang cover up dito. Any other question? Yes.
You mentioned na baka ini-impersonate ni Dr. Palmero yung autopsy kasi hindi naman in-examine personally. Ano yung motivation niya to impersonate the autopsy to take up these reports?
Ay, hindi nga namin maintindihan eh. Kasi January 2, meron na namang medical-legal examination sa Sarmiento. So, pagka January 11, meron naman another medical-legal examination. In addition, si Dr. Palmero. At saka, hindi talaga maintindihan yung kanyang report. With all due respect, may salaysay siya doon about the case. May sabi siya, no homicide. Hindi naman siya abogado. Doktor lang siya eh. Paano niya malaman kung may homicide o wala?
So, tingin niyo ba, is it a matter of agenda, or is it a matter of negligence?
Alam mo, yung pamilya Dacera, whether rightly or wrongly, believe, and I throw this to you guys because you've been around probably a long time already. Ako, I am actually before, that's why I dress up like this, kasi I used to be a broadcaster, radio broadcaster in Bacolod. So, I also share your sentiments. Unang-una, ang nangyari, we have a party, 16 men, 1 woman, inside the hotel. Nag-inuman. Admitted naman nila yan. May vodka, may tequila, may rum. Tapos, yung dalawa sa kanila gumawa ng statement na si Christine nagreklamo na yung drinks niya may nilagay si Mark Rosales. Tapos si JP Serna nagsabi nga may nakita siyang powdered substance in the socks of the same Mark Rosales na binigay kay Louis de Lima. All of them are respondents. Tapos isa pa, we have a statement and I hope we can get a copy of this. That isa sa mga na-imbestiga ng NBI, nagsabi nga naghingi siya ng drugs, he came from 2207, humingi siya ng drugs sa 2209, tapos ang sabi nga ni Romel Galido nga naubos na ang ating stock. So, knowing the behavior of these people, drinking session, 16 of them, would you believe the story na yung powdered substance in the socks of Mark Rosales asin na gagamitin sa tequila? Ha? Naniniwala ba kayo yung ganyang kwento? So, kami naniniwala nga talagang drug si Christine kaya ang behavior niya erratic. Hindi na yan si Christine, ibang tao na yung makikita ng mga parents niya. Tapos, she has injuries and this is confirmed by the report of Dr. Sarmiento. Contusion, no? Extremities, contusion, right hand, contusion, right hand, contusion proximal third right thigh, linear abrasion, yung parang sugat na mahaba, multiple contusions, contusion right ankle, contusion left ankle, contusion right foot. Eh, di ba ito ebidensya nga parang there is some resistance or there is some struggle on the part of Christine? That's what the family believes. That's why nga talagang naniniwala sila that there was drugs and there was sexual molestation of Christine during that event. Now, of course, yung ebidensya naman ay importante. Kasi sabi ni Dr. Di ko na yung si Sarmiento, no more liquid in the bladder. Andiyan sa report niya, bladder empty. Okay? Tapos, pagpunta ng NBI team, forensic team dito doon sa General Santos, may recover sila 100 milliliters of urine. Kaya kung minsan hindi naman maintindihan, empty dito kay Dr. Sarmiento, 100 milliliters dito sa NBI. Baka ibang ureter na ito. Ha? So that is why, to satisfy the family, so that they will have peace of mind, and that also Christine will have peace, and she will die peacefully. We need to find out. We insist on a DNA test on all the specimens and organs of Christine, so we can find out the truth.
Yes. Attorney, sa tingin nyo, hindi kayo naniniwala sa investigasyon na resulta ng PNP. Nagkaroon ba ng bayaran dito? Direktahan natin. Nagkaroon ba ng bayaran dito sa investigasyon?
Dapat tanungin niyo sila kasi hindi naman kami nagbayad sa kanila. Wala kami pang bayad.
Attorney,
Yes.
ay Ma'am Sharon na rin. I'm sorry to ask this. Sabi ng mga respondents kahapon, sana raw magpupul na lang daw kasi wala naman daw silang ginawang kasalanan. Ano yung Ma'am sabi na kay Ma'am Sharon?
Hanggang walang hustisya at may nananagot sa nangyari sa anak ko, paano niyo sabihin makapag-move ako? Ang sakit-sakit hanggang ngayon, sila lang naman ang magkakasama. Ba't hindi nila masabi yung totoo? Namatay na anak ko eh. I'm just knocking at their heart. Kung may konsensya pa kayo, magsabi kayo ng totoo. Ako ang namatayan, ako ang nawalan ng anak. Kaya I'm just praying na sana makonsensya kung sino man yung may gawa sa anak ko. That's why I keep on fighting. Now, doon, sabi nyo, iyak-iyak ako. Ngayon, galit na ako. I need justice for Christine. Tama na. Kung ano yung pinasimplang-simplang nyo na ginagawa, gusto ko yung totoo lang. Yun lang po. At saka sa mga media people, sa mga totoong media person, yung katotohanan lang po ang aking hinihingi sa kaganapan na nangyari sa anak ko.
Attorney,
Yes.
nagbigay ka na ng ikaw may ebidensya na merong panggagahasang naganap. Ano po? Dito naman sa homicide, sir. May ebidensya ho ba kayong pwedeng ma-share sa amin?
Yes.
Na pwedeng sabing meron niya akong krimen, sir, ng homicide.
Alam mo yung hinihintay namin yung report ng NBI, so we will be able to get more information about the cause of death. Yung cause of death, ang gusto namin malaman. So, sana yung NBI report will be able to clarify that. Pero, alam mo, yung notwithstanding all these injuries, abrasion in the private parts of Christine, sinasabi na natural ang cause of death. Aneurysm, ruptured aneurysm. But, if we can establish that some organs are not the organs of Christine, then we have a different situation. That's what I'm trying to say. Na magkaiba itong istorya ito. That means to say, mayroon ng kalokohan dito. At saka sinong responsible for the kalokohan. Alam mo yung hindi talaga matanggap ng pamilya, enlarged heart, 23-year-old flight attendant, flying 4 times a day, 30,000 feet above sea level. Do you think that that heart can withstand this kind of pressure every day? And do you think Paul will not discover na mayroon siyang enlarged heart? Yung dito, we will give you a copy. Heart normal ito lahat. No hypertension. So, how do you reconcile that with this enlarged heart? Yun ang tanong.
Binabanggit niyo po, walang consent. Ano mo? Ang pamilya, walang consent.
Walang consent.
Nasaan po ang next of kin? Bakit po hindi kayo na konsulta dito ko sa bagay na ito? Tungkol sa pagkuha ko ng...
Okay, I think si Sharon can answer that.
Sandali lang, iayos lang po.
Pag-involvement muna eh, involvement.
Okay. Sandali lang po, iayos lang po yun.
Involvement. May conformity pa ng pamilya.
Bakit po kayo hindi na konsulta rito? Bakit po kayo hindi na po ano? Sige ho, ma'am.
Gusto ko nga tanungin niya si Sarmiento saan ba ang loyalty niya? Sa Republika ba ng Pilipinas o doon sa ibang tao na bakit niya ginawa yung ipag-imbalsa mo na wala kaming pahintulot? At the same time, ngayon, yung mga organs na naman ng anak ko, kinuha nila, wala na namang consent mula sa amin. Ano ba kami? Tao lang naman kami na naghahanap ng ospisyal sa ganong kaganapan. Bakit si Sarmiento? Bakit ginagawa niya ng ganyan? Anong karapatan niya? Hindi siya ang namatayan. Kami ang namatayan. Kaya dapat, kung ang out of office ni Sarmiento, he is loyal to the Republic of the Philippines for its out of office, dapat marunong siyang magsunod sa Republika ng Pilipinas.
So, Mrs. Dacera, can you also say na noon wala siyang any condition that could premeditate yung ruptured aortic aneurysm niya? Wala siyang condition na tulad ng sakit?
Wala po, kasi so far sa amin, ng husband ko, we are both healthy. So, kung may manaramdaman na yan si Christine, usually tumatawag yan sa akin. So far, so good. Christine is healthy.
Wala ko siyang ininom kahit anong klaseng gamot po.
Wala po. Vitamins lang to maintain her healthy posture. And para magkaroon siya ng exert energy during his life.
And you're confident na lahat ng kung ano meron sa katawan niya sinasabi niya?
Yes po.
Attorney, kailan ba ilalabas yung resulta sa NBI?
Hindi na nila sinasabi kasi yung problema ngayon ng NBI daw is that they want to examine the aorta in the possession of the PNP, but the PNP does not want them to avail of the examination. So, sabi namin na ayaw na namin mag-get involved in the interagency problem, yung amin lang hiningi, gagawa nyo ng DNA test. Kasi yung specimens ni Dr. Palmero, nakuha yan without the conformity or knowledge of the Dacera family. Paano yung hiwain mo lang dyan? Parts of their body without even the provision of the family. At saka isa pa, prior to embalmment, kasi mahaka-haka, sinasabi baka COVID si Christine, so pina-embalm ka agad. Remember, yung body ni Christine was taken from the Makati Med, not from just anywhere, na baka may danger of COVID. The Makati Med never advised that she was COVID. Otherwise, siyempre, magpaalam yung Makati Med kung may COVID siya. So yung COVID argument for me is nonsense. At saka isa pa, yung IATF procedure for COVID, cremation hindi embalmment. Oh. So anyway, our point is that the embalmment was not done with the conformity of the family, and the embalmment was done irregularly because it was done before the medical examination. Kahit sino ang tanungin mo, even the NBI doctors, I can mention this because hindi naman ito confidential, said that ang aming rule, forensics, is medical legal examination first before embalmment. Yes.
Yung sa affidavit ni Catherine Marcelo, sa yung kitchen mo,
Yes.
binigyan niyo kasi nandito, parang sana nandito siya. Aware ba siya na yung yan, gagawin muna yung embalmment? Kasi dito sa statement niya, parang sinundan naman po niya yung customer, parang na proper policy. Parang natuloy pa po siya.
Actually, si Catherine, na cousin of Christine, sumama sa ambulansya ng funeraria Rizal Funeral Parlor. Sumama siya, dinala yung bangkay sa Rizal Funeral Parlor, although gusto ng pamilya sa St. Peter's, nag-insist si Corporal Lopez na doon sa Rizal Funeral Homes. Tapos, pagdating doon, sinabihan, nandun din si Corporal Lopez. Tapos sinabihan siya nga gabi na ito, bumalik ka na lang bukas para magawa itong examination. So, unfortunately, si Catherine hindi niya alam na dapat may gwardiya din sa bangkay para hindi magalaw ang bangkay. So, from 11 in the evening of January 1st up to 6 o'clock in the morning, kasi bumalik si Catherine 6 o'clock, walang nakalam kung anong nangyari sa bangkay ni Christine. Dumating si Dr. Sarmiento alas 9, si Corporal Lopez bumalik mga 10 o'clock daw, sabi niya. So, Catherine, not being aware of the rule that dapat may gwardiya pag may suspected crime ng bangkay. Kasi you can alter so many things in the bangkay. And that is why the family wants a DNA test. Eh, malay mo kung pinalitan yung ibang organs dito. Tsaka sinabi, enlarged heart, ruptured aneurysm. Oh. So para ma-eliminate natin yun, let's do a DNA test. If we do not have the facilities in the Philippines, we call the attention of our legislators. Ano naman, let's Pilipinas. 2021 na tayo. Wala tayong DNA testing facility dito sa buong Pilipinas.
Attorney,
Yeah.
ito hum in particular po ninyo hinihingi na magsagawa ng DNA test.
NBI. Sila kayong gumagawa ng second autopsy. So, they should be the ones to perform it. The physicians informed us that they do not have the facilities. Imagine, NBI natin, walang DNA facilities. PNP, wala rin. So, saan tayo pupunta?